Bonsoir mes amours, Elise ici. Ontario Premier Doug Ford just admitted he threatened a shoplifter with violence, and the implications are far more dangerous than you think. According to multiple news outlets, Ford told a crowd at the Empire Club that one summer day he slipped past his own security detail and drove to a Home Depot. He claimed he saw a man exit the store carrying 2 backpacks and pursued him. The story goes, the premier jumped out of his car, confronted the man, and said, "Buddy, I'm going to kick your ass all over the parking lot. Show me what's in your bag." Ford says the man eventually pulled out a saw blade, allegedly stolen, which he used as justification for the threat. He added that if he ever saw the man again, he'd make sure the beating would be worse than ever before. On its face, it's a wild claim, a sitting premier admitting to threatening physical assault. But let's unpack the facts. First, under Canadian law, threatening violence is illegal. It can be considered uttering threats under Section 2641 of the Criminal Code. Even if the target performed a crime like shoplifting, a private citizen, even a premier, isn't permitted to take the law into their own hands. Second, Ford says he ditched his protection detail to do this. That suggests he intentionally bypassed safeguards. Why? Third, he's framing this as a warning to criminals who have become emboldened. But the premier's role is supposed to be enforcing law through institutions, not auditioning for vigilante justice. Fourth, critics and political opponents have condemned the move. Some point out the obvious risk. Confronting a shoplifter in a parking lot is unpredictable. The person could be armed or provoke violence. Ford's security team exists for a reason. Fifth, the optics are troubling. When political leaders brag about personal acts of violence, it normalizes aggression in public discourse. It encourages others to believe force is acceptable. Now, I'm not saying Ford is above criticism, far from it. He should be held accountable. But I will be careful, I'm not claiming this story is false. He spoke the words, "No matter who you are, threatening violence is unacceptable." But here's the real question haunting all of us. If the person you elect as premier believes it's okay to open carry threats, what stops others from following his model in parking lots, in politics, in daily life? For democracy, for civil society, for all of us who want to feel safe in public, that's not a question we can ignore. I'm Elise, and this is the Headline Lab. Because statesman-like leadership doesn't need muscle. It needs moral courage. Each sentence can be long if the input requires it, but must not exceed 30 words. If a sentence is longer, split it into 2 or more natural sentences without altering the content.